time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Wake Forest offense will have the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Jeter. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He did not make it, a stone wall on third down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on fourth down from their own side of the field. Bringing the heat. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. So Pittsburgh's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Here's the pressure. The throw. Makes the grab. It's gone. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. looking to throw at St. Clair. He's going to let one fly down the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Fires to the big fella. He'll make the stop at the 21 after a pickup of about 5.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right.
Breaks into the open. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Demon Deacons can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Going for the marker on the ground. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
The Demon Deacons are on the move. The give to the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it to the right side. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. And the Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the 1st time tonight. Gets his 1st one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Panthers want to crank the tempo.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Shakes off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
And first down for the offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Offense changing the play. They'll keep it on the ground off right tackle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Off the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Rides to back and leaves it. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Pitt right back to the line. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Got his man in the middle. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to get it to the marker. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Well, he won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Demon Deacons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long. Fires one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. He's brought down, but this freshman is not afraid to take a shot.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
It's it's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side.
There he goes! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Demon Deacons with the 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. 6th play of the drive coming up. To the air, it's Jeter. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in 3rd and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the 1st down.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Tries to get it on the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And they just keep inching closer to the goal line. They go for it on 4th down. You get it. You're now finding yourself even closer. This is a place where you'd love to be able to just line.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The RPO, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
Makes the grab on the shot. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Pitt pushing the pace. He'll pull it on the read. Makes it past the marker. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Johnson. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They go to the draw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Here comes the option. Quick toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback making checks. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Scanning the field, it's Jeter. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Fires to the middle. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going to take off. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Demon Deacons want to move quickly. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard them.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a squad from the AC